G'day. Today on Tyre Review we are going to compare the new BFG Trail Terrain, which is this one here, and the BFG K02, which is this one here. Because I saw on the groups when the Trail Terrain first came out, people were like, oh, what's the difference between the Trail Terrain and the K02? And when you look at them, there is actually a fair bit of difference. You can probably see it right there in front. So really the Trail Terrain is a light all-terrain. So BFG are really pitching this as a tyre for use on-road most of the time. And then for light off-road, so gravel roads, bit of soft stuff. Nothing too serious, but think about it as like the tyre for the family car where you might go off-road or go camping, a few times a year, or a couple of weekends a year or whatever. Whereas the K02 is probably what we would almost call these days a more aggressive all-terrain. So it has these big voids in the tread, doesn't have consistent tread blocks grooves going around for wet weather and that sort of stuff. So think about this as a proper four-wheel drive tyre for those who are going off-road with intent. This, I believe, is a 2-ply sidewall tyre, whilst this here is a proper 3-ply sidewall tyre in most of the sizes. And even feeling the difference in size of the sidewalls is quite remarkable. And this one is going to be quite a lot heavier than this one. So this one is going to be quieter because you see this consistent shoulder block. There are no gaps in the shoulders to let noise out. So it's going to be quieter, it's going to be more comfortable. It's probably going to be more fuel efficient because it's lighter as well, which is pretty much the opposite of this. But again, it's the trade-off you make for a more aggressive all-terrain tyre. And even looking at the shoulders, you'll see that the Trail Terrain is cool because it does keep some of this aggressiveness in the shoulder, and we've got some protection in the upper shoulder, which will mean that it's going to look good in the shopping mall. But it's not anywhere near as much as the amount of protection that the K02 offers in the upper sidewall, in the shoulder. There is a lot of protection there, and there is this alternating shoulder blocks here, which means it's going to be more likely to be able to dig out of the soft stuff, which this one has. Actually, interestingly, if we look at it, assuming I've just put it straight onto the camera, you can actually see that the profile of this tyre is a little bit more rounded as well, whilst the K02 is very much a sort of squarer profile. And so it'd be interesting to see how this actually fares for that tyre once you get it onto your cars. And I'm actually really interested to see what people say about the Trail Terrain, because the K02 has been around for a few years now, and it's got some love and it's got some not so much love. Trail Terrain is really new, so if you get this tyre for your car, make sure you review it once you've got sort of 3, 4, 5,000 Ks on it. Give us a review, let us know what you think about it, because I'm really interested to see what people say. So again, the K02 is an aggressive off-road tyre, heading towards being an aggressive all-terrain. The Trail Terrain is a light off-road tyre, so the occasional weekend light stuff. I wouldn't expect a huge amount of action out of it, but it is a BFG, so you can expect some of that. The other thing to note as well is that the K02 comes with the lovely white sidewall writing, whereas the Trail Terrain doesn't have white sidewall writing. I'm a fan, I'm a bit of a show pony sometimes, so I'm a fan of having the white sidewall writing out. Some sad sacks don't like having the white sidewall writing out. It's all a matter of personal opinion really. So, and the other thing is that both of these tyres are actually 3-peak mountain snowflake rated as well. So they will both perform so that what that means is that the rubber will stay conformable below freezing temperatures. And so it's interesting that they've got across these two tyres now. And so the other thing to consider with these tyres as well is the tread depth. And so if we do a quick fingering of the tyres, then you'll see that the tread depth in this, which I've got it written up on the board right there, it's about 9.9 mil. So you're looking most of the way up my fingernail. Whereas this one here goes all the way up my fingernail. So there's definitely a few more mil of tread depth here. So both of these tyres are going to be really long wearing tyres. These tyres probably will end up on heavier four-wheel drive rigs. So again, that's where if you leave your reviews, it'd be really interesting to see how many Ks you'll think you'll get out of this tyre and how many Ks you think you'll get out of this tyre as well. So again, leave those reviews. Tell me what you think. What did I miss in the comments? What are you excited to see about these tyres? Trail Terrain represents sort of a nice new addition to the BFG family. So again, let's chat.